now?
Yeah, it's the sound team. It's the team sound. It's just an all.
Okay, Robert is
Hussein.
sound designer, me and Hussein double up as a sound recordist plus grips.
Okay. Right now, so I got the script today, but Hussein got the script before, and then during half term, Hussein, what did you do during half term?
So I've done sound effects from page 1 to page 7 of what the actions for the actors.
Okay.
Like to sound realistic, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So you did basically learn what sounds.
So you figured out what sound will be required.
Yeah, for not the equipment, only the
Foley
sound
sounds.
effects.
Yeah,
the
Foley
Foley
sounds.
sounds.
Okay.
So obviously,
Yeah.
you done that in like half term. Isn't it?
Yeah, but
So,
only.
But obviously, that's good. That's
Yeah.
good.
That's good.
I'm saying like me and Rayhan can like look at it and it's like and help
Yeah.
you with that as well. So we can discuss good.
Yes.
And then also, what else have you been doing?
Oh, shit.
So, okay, taking our Foley sound forward,
Yeah.
what's the next stage with that?
The next stage is we find the type of equipment do we need.
That would be best suited for the certain filming situations that we're going to be put into.
No, just on the Foley sounds. What's the
Yeah.
next stage
Foley
with the Foley sounds?
Well, the next
experiment.
next we'll be having to actually gather the Foley sound.
Yeah, so experiments.
Yes.
You get familiarized with the thing, and then start afterwards. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But don't forget, we need to continue with the pages, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I've only done 7.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So boom. Okay. How about then we can finish it. We can finish it now. We can as a group. Because we started it. We finish as a group now, and then we start experimenting with the Foley sounds and whatnot, and do it like that. And then look, and then we start actually filming them and show you.
I mean, some of the Foley sounds you may be able to record there and then,
Exactly.
Yeah.
right? Apart from Foley sounds, what else are you going to need to record? Like Foley sounds, are you going to need to record down there?
Down there, probably like when they're acting, probably like
Their dialogues.
Yeah, you're going to have to do dialogue,
Sorry.
right?
I don't want to be accused of not contributing.
Okay, sorry, Rayhan.
It's like, no, you go ahead.
Okay, so probably like tie clips when they're having their dialogue, as Rayhan just said. So we're gonna have to set that up and all that, and make sure that because like in the past, like when we've worked in sound, there's been problems with like sound and whatnot. So like, we need to like familiarize ourselves with like any issues that come up like now. So when we go to Bath or wherever we go, like we know what we're doing and we know how to fix problems.
Yeah, don't forget about the boom mic. We need to.
Yeah, and boom mic is also, yeah, one of us can like hold that or
Right, but before we go into the dialogue, right, there's something else that you need to record when you're down there.
What else?
Besides the dialogue, the Foley sounds, the music,
Oh, like soundtrack.
Yeah, the music.
or wild track.
Wild track,
Well, I mean, that's wonderful.
wild track. Each,
No, no.
this is something that they did religiously the last couple of productions. Every room that you're in, you need to record a wild track in.
Yeah.
Okay, so again, it will depend where the scenes are. If it's outside, you need to record a wild track of
I
outside.
bet they've only got like 2 rooms anyway. In
Right.
one thing, so it's like called like 2 wild tracks, really.
Right, okay, but what about outside? Are there any outside stuff?
Well, I haven't actually seen the script, but what I've
Right,
done-
okay. So obviously you need to see the script, then you need to that's one thing that needs to be done.
Yeah,
Wild
that's
track,
what-
someone needs to actually do that, plus your Foley sounds.
Yeah.
Right, with the dialogue, how are you going to record the dialogue?
How? So obviously you can try and
Well,
use
what-
tie clips and that.
Well, what worked better and best in the past?
In the past, actually, you know what, to the line, we used the boom mics.
Yeah.
The last time we done it because the tie clips were like getting in the way and all that type of stuff, so we used the boom mics and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
plus the tie clips would also cause issues with continuity as well, and boom mic can be held over shots.
Right, okay. You haven't obviously done a lot of thought about this.
Yeah.
Basically, the best thing to do is to record 2 lots. Record tie clips and record boom mics.
And it's
Right, so
also-
tie clips and boom mics, and record the boom mics. Record, for instance, the tie clips on a separate recorder. Okay, and record maybe whatever, one set of microphones on a recorder, one set of microphones on the camera.
In my knowledge, I think the boom mic is better because when you move, the tie clip makes.
Right. So what you guys need to do as part of your research, right? It should have been done by now. Should have been done by now. As part of your research, you should experiment with the different mics, record the results, blog about it. So you know intimately the advantages of. And we've got tie clips. We've also got a couple of different types of microphone. What are the advantages of one microphone over the other? What's the advantages of a boom mic over tie clips? But you need to sort of know that intimately. What I suggest you do when you're down there is record, as I say, the microphone. Record one set of microphones on the camera, one set of microphones on a separate recorder. Right? We've got a big Edirol recorder. I wouldn't use the little tiny things.
Yeah, I used that last
That big one, the big thing. Yeah.
Teach them to use it.
Okay. Again, you need to be intimately. You need to do test recordings, right? With the actors, run through stuff, do test recording, and make sure you know and you get the levels right. And so when you go down there, there's none of this. Oh, it's over recorded or it's under recorded. You need to be so confident that you know it's going to be a damn good recording.
That's what you said.
Yeah.
So we'll have obviously you practice before we actually go
Right,
out there,
and
so-
log all your results. Record your experiments. Get really intimately associated with the thing.
Images of the recordings.
Right. Okay. One other thing.
Yeah.
Sorry, Zarmina. One other thing.
Oh yeah, could I speak or?
You can speak.
Okay. The other thing that I've done during the holiday, I've researched my job role of what a sound recorders do, and what the tasks for me or for a general sound recorders need to do in the group in general, not just on location. Also, I had like a rough plan of like I have to meet with my group and tell them about what I've done during the holiday and what they've done, and then what we're going to do in the future. And if we need more information, we could talk with the production manager. Yeah.
Okay. What other research, probably similar to what other people have done, would be good for you guys to do that you probably haven't done yet?
There's many experiments.
Apart from the experiments, you need to be listening to the soundtrack of horror films. And note down, or thrillers. Note down what kind of sounds they have. Do they have any like other Foley effects that maybe aren't necessarily apparent? Maybe some owl sounds or anything. I'm just using this as an example that you put in. Obviously, music is another thing. You need to think about the music. What kind of music do they have? I suggest we you research where to get the music from. That's the thing to do. Where can you get this music from? And research some different types of music now in advance, talking to everyone. Yeah?
I've researched in the past, before half term, the type of soundtracks.
Yeah, it's not soundtracks, but also like looking as a team for the soundtrack.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But obviously, again, important genre and conventions. You need to and that's easy to do. You just got to watch it and log these things down. Log down what you observe and what you're important things. What you're taking from this to feed into your production that you're doing. Yeah. Okay. Right. Can I raise one other thing that is really important for? Really, this is one for Ishwa as the sort of like script supervisor, because I think it's probably a job she can do. Production manager. Again with the directors, how are you going to? You're going to be shooting lots and lots of footage. You're going to be recording sound, and you're going to have footage on cameras. You're going to have sound on different items. How are you going to keep track of this, and how are you going to sync them up afterwards?
Bring a laptop.
You can bring a laptop, but there's a really easy way, industry standard way that they use for this.
Is it like
Is it a book?
No.
No, like how like when you have like floor managers,
Yeah.
they usually have their own
That's good for communication. If we can get hold of some walkie-talkies, that would be really useful for communication. And 2 films ago, we had walkie-talkies that worked really well. Really good, that worked really good. So that's another a logistical communication thing. But I'm just thinking technically, just think about all the footage we've got. Right, so we're going to have loads of footage on the cameras. We might have 2 cameras on the go. Right, maybe you might end up shooting 2 scenes at the same time. So you've got footage on that one, footage on that one. You also, we're talking about recording sound on a recorder. So you've now got these sound clips on a recorder. It's going to be a bit of a nightmare to edit, isn't it? If we've got all this stuff, put it all together. How do we? Is there any way we can?
Who's editing that thing? Who's editing the? You editing?
Janet will be
I think you should
like,
have a hand in that.
while we're down there, he's going to start getting stuff together. The editing thing we can decide later, but in terms of actually keeping track of the footage.
Yeah, I'll do it.
But to give you a clue, how do you sync up visuals and sound?
Tell me, editor.
What's the question?
How do you sync up? How are we
Yeah.
going to sync up the visuals and the sound?
Like after post production. I mean after filming and.
Yeah.
Yeah, we go to like.
So you've got
Yeah, under it.
Hmm?
Put the sound effects under it. The
Yeah.
video there. and
Yeah,
the-
so you look on
Yeah.
your sound recorder and you've
Yeah.
got lots of files
Yeah.
saying 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 2, 4, 5, 9, 6. So you're going to listen through every single file. And remember, you're going to have different takes. So you might have 5 different takes of the same scene.
Okay, you've got that thing.
Absolutely.
One
Absolutely.
I like Mr. Editor, Mr. I want to edit, but you don't even know what he's talking
Edit
about.
for the whole
No,
class.
I.
That's what that thing is.
You're not going to end up editing coach.
No,
No,
no.
it's really is.
If it comes,
I wanna go
if it comes to
in the Hendon Central. What's going to happen is I'm going to do a subject before we go into the cafe. That's happening at
It's
It's alright.
related.
I haven't even eaten much either, so
Why are you selling them? I'm trying to get less money.
yeah.
Obviously, we have a couple.
Oh, this thing.
And this seems over the top, but it works really well.
Oh,
And
it's got Andrea and Ayla's name on it.
okay. So basically, on here you write what's important is the shot number. This is why all the pre-production is so useful. You know the shot number, right, and the take on here, right. So at the time you start doing it, someone reads out basically shot 3, take 1, right. That is heard. That's seen on the camera. That's heard on the sound file.
Oh yeah, and I think we should
Right.
rename the
Right,
recordings.
and obviously you bang it down. So bang that down, right? And obviously that makes a sound which comes out on the sound file that you see on the picture, and then you can sync them up. And the fact that on the sound file it will identify what actual shot it is. You might even title it, you know, I don't know,
Yeah, we.
bedroom scene 1 or whatever. You might
Yeah.
want to do that, but that's something to do really quite organised. It will help a lot when you're actually doing the film. So someone needs to be on that, needs to know what take we're on, needs to know, and that's actually, I think there's actually a job role for that. But that's
Really?
actually, to do it properly, it's actually quite a lot of work because you've got to remember how many takes you've had. 'Cause you might end up, the director might say, no, let's take that again. You've got to remember, no, that's actually take 8.
Yeah, but when you got it written down.
You do, but you write it on there, and then you
Yeah.
say it.
Okay.
So, because on the sound file, you write it down, but how are you going to attach that sound file to your writing down?
Yeah,
Oh, you know,
but like-
they'll write it down to record it,
Yeah.
but in the heat, trust me, in the heat of the moment, you forget, and you've got to write it down and be on it.
We're not.
So is that why it's like when you're, that's why they have to write it down and they also display it
Yeah.
in front of the camera.
Yeah, yeah.
They smack it down.
So on when you see the shot, you know exactly what scene it's in. You're going to have tons of video clips.
Yeah, so that's why you can like, you see it on the screen,
Yeah.
you know what take it is.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the director's also saying what take it is.
Yeah.
And then that way you
So you can hear that on the audio file.
So
Yeah.
that's how you simplify it.
Yeah.
I
So
have
then
a-
you know which is take 5. You can sync take 5, so take 5.
Okay. So that's an easy way to like organize it.
I think we should do behind the scenes
No.
of the short film. Why?
That's what our blogging is, isn't
Well,
it?
no, you should do that anyway as a matter of course, because you'll use that for your blogs.
No, I mean, it's
It will be cool.
It feels like we're already doing